Hello world. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's blessed. Um a little bit about my last videos with my dad and stuff. The reason why I went into so much detail after my dad is because everybody realizes that whatever kind of environment that you go through in life, it gives you another sight, another vision, another view of whatever you go through. So let me see. Like, I went through all these things, okay? I had a decision to make to either avoid certain things or to go ahead and go to the same things and think, I could beat that. That's no big deal. The stubbornness. So, um, that's pretty much what happened to me. Being stubborn, even though I went through a lot of things, I still was going through more after. I keep putting myself in dumb situations that I think I can handle by myself, especially. And you don't realize that you're not here by yourself. You have family, you have friends. It's your choice. It's your decision to reach out to people. It's not anybody else's decision. You have to be like God. You're like Christ, we're here to be like him, to show everyone the type of love that he's shown us. Okay, especially people who don't understand that. We need to show them that. So that's why you're not supposed to be like, well, they don't talk to me, so I'm not going to talk to them, or this and that, or whatever. It doesn't matter. That does not matter. Jesus isn't seeing that. He's seeing how you react to things, not how other people react to things. He's watching your every move, your every thought, everything in your heart, whatever anger issue, whatever hatred you have from the past. I know this is gonna sound, let it go. Like I don't know how else to say it. You have to let it go because it will consume you, and that's what happened to me. Okay, so like seriously, there is a light at the end of that tunnel, of that situation that you're in and that struggle. So I just want people to realize that it's not over yet. You still have time to get right with God, to get right with whoever else that you need to get right with in life. I mean, family is supposed to be there for each other. Yeah, we don't choose family, we do choose our friends, but guess what? Family's family no matter what. Okay, you have to reach out somehow, some way. If they don't want to help you, hey, at least you tried. Don't be so blocked in with yourself. God put us to be here together, not by ourselves. So if you distance yourself from people, it should be, I would say, people who you have a choice to hang out with or not. Whoever is not giving good examples. If you want to step away from that environment, that's fine. But with family, you have to try to make it work no matter what. You never know if they're here one day. If they're here one day and not here the next day. I mean, like, what would go through your mind? Oh, yeah, and then you want to see them every day in the cemetery or whatever the case may be. And you end up with that thought, like, wow, what would have happened? What would have come to my heart if I would have opened up to this person, or whatever the case may be. You don't want to stay with that inside. You're never going to be able to close that book ever. And for that to happen, it's horrible, it's miserable. You're going to be so miserable the rest of your life. That's always going to be there inside of you, eating at you. And I just feel like it's just dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. I mean, if God forgave us, why can't we forgive each other? And I reached out to my dad the beginning of this year. I don't know, but I had this whole new feeling, And it must have been maybe some sermons that I was listening to from church or online in Elevation Church or Stephen Furtick, or I'm not sure where exactly because I look at so many different things now and videos and stuff. But something gave me like the 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 courage to share my story, because I was like, you know what? She's going through the same thing I'm going through. If she could do it, I could do it. And if it's that big of a deal, if it's such a big relief for me, I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. And I think it was just enough time already that I've had that inside of me. So I reached out to my dad. Okay. Um, he lives in Puerto Rico. I reached out to him, and I apologized for keeping him out of my life as long as I did. And I mean, I was so sorry, even though, he was wrong too. But it's like I'm the one that distanced myself. I didn't face the problem, I hid from it. So it was a big relief to see that, it was through text, because, it's not that easy. So I did text him, and I explained to him why I disappeared, and it's because of what he did, and I forgive him even if he didn't ask for forgiveness yet. And I just pretty much detailed the text message. So when he answered me back, I was just so emotional, because he actually confessed. He said he was sorry, that he doesn't know why he did what he did, and that he regrets it, and that he deserved for me um to hide from him, and that he would have done the same thing and not talked to him and whatever, and this and that. Anyways, the point is, we closed that book. Okay. And then a few weeks later, what happens is he ended up falling off from a roof. He hurt his head. I thought he was not gonna remember anything, but he does. And I made a trip with my kids. He never met my son, and for the first time, my son's 4 now, and then he hasn't seen Shayla since Shayla was, I believe, let me see, she was probably 5 or 6. I really can't remember. But yeah, like, and Shayla's what, 12 or 11 now. So not 12, 11. And we go through so many stages in life that we need to include others, because, like I said, you don't know if they'll be here tomorrow. And it's just something that you don't want to stay with inside. And Jesus wants us to be free, okay? He wants us to be spiritually free. And I just believe that very big, because it really made a difference on how I feel and how I see life and how I react to situations. Is so much different than how I used to be. I was always with something heavy and stressed out, and just so many different things. I mean, life is a roller coaster, it's full of ups and downs, and we just gotta realize how we react to them. You really have to change the way you think about things. It's got to be positive, even if it's a difficult situation. You have to have God first. If you have that, yeah, we're human. We're gonna worry. We're gonna be concerned, or whatever the case may be, or a little angry and upset. But you can't live on that. You can't. You can't. You can't move on. You can't be happy in life. You'll be miserable always. And if you don't wake up now, I mean, I don't know how your heart is gonna be towards Christ and stuff like that. I mean, I just don't see it. I don't know how God takes care of people who don't resolve stuff, or has this burden in their heart. I mean, it's just horrible. Why do you want to live like that? Um, there's too much hatred out there. I think it's time for people to actually wake up and realize that we need to show something else. Show effort of love, no matter who it is, no matter what. People are so used to revenge and coming back and whatever, like getting back at people or this and that, or just always want to have the last word or whatever. Sometimes it's just best to just let God handle it, you know? Just let Him handle it. He's the one that's going to handle it. Because if you have your heart of revenge or whatever the case may be of hatred, I mean, Jesus doesn't accept that, you know? Like, there's just no way. And I'm telling you, it's a great feeling. It really is a great feeling. Like, I don't think I've ever been happier than how I am now. Even with my relationship that I thought was fine for 9 years. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, I was young when I went into that relationship. And I just really wanted someone to have love for me and respect for me. I've always yearned that. And another thing is, while I was meeting all these people and stuff like that from online or wherever I met them from, you know, like, I actually was raped also, and I always had that anger as well inside, because I never like talked to that guy again. And the thing is, when I talked to him after, because I asked him why he did that, and he said that that he thought that I wanted the same thing. I said no. I was like, I can't believe you did that to me. But yeah, I went through that too, and I always thought it was my fault, because I felt like maybe I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time or something, and people just misinterpret or whatever. I don't know. I was young though, and that's it. Nothing came of it. But you know, I forgave in my heart. I forgave myself, and I forgave him. And I forgive. I have to. You have to forgive yourself. If you do not forgive yourself, you can't forgive someone else. That just doesn't work that way at all. So, guys, I really hope that you guys understand where I'm coming from. I really hope this is actually helping someone, because that's what I'm hoping for. And I want people to realize that it's not, you know, it's not too late. Just reach out, please. You know, you don't know who's miserable out there, who wants you to reach out to them, you know. Until you do so, then you realize the big change of that person or whoever it is. I mean, it's just a great feeling. You know, I used to have suicidal thoughts when I was younger also. I was like, why is all this bad stuff happening to me? Why can't I have a normal family? But in reality, no family is normal. Everybody has their ups and downs and different types of situations and stuff. And it's just a matter of the way that you come across them. And nowadays, it's even worse out there in society, because it's all about killing. It's all about racism. It's all about violence and abuse. And it's been worse than ever before. And to be in this kind of world, this sucks. It really sucks. So we have to be the positive ones. We have to be the ones to encourage others. So I'm trying to encourage you. Reach out to Jesus, and He will help you through no matter what it is. He will be there for you, because He was there for me when I thought I had no one. And it's really difficult to live on your own, especially with 2 kids. And you want that support. So, it's all good, you know. I realized I wasn't alone. Thank God I finally woke up, and everything's great. Like, God got me. Like I got Him. He got me, and I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't be happier. And if that person comes along down the road to my life, and you know, God confirms it, and I do things the right way and not crazy or whatever, and don't live in sin, I mean, that's it. That's for me. And if I never find one, or if for some reason it's meant for me to be alone, that's okay by me. That's okay by me too. A year ago, you wouldn't hear me saying stuff like that, but but things change, and everything is changing for the better on my part, thank God. And I've been blessed so much. And every time there's something that's getting me frustrated or whatever, because I used to take anxiety pills and all types of pills, high blood pressure, from the separation and all that. And And it was a very crazy time for me, really crazy. Um, but I got through it. I got through it. I had a bad addiction, and it wasn't addiction of drugs or alcohol. It was sex addiction, and I'm great now. Like it's such a great feeling to get away from negativity. It's ridiculous. It's very ridiculous. Very ridiculous. But I couldn't do it without God. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be the way I would be right now. I really wouldn't. I would still be miserable. I would still be lonely. I would have so much downs. I would probably cry all the time. I'll probably be I mean, it's just why do you want to be that way, you know? So I figured it's time for me to make better choices. It's time for me to change and turn my life around, and that's what I did. So if I can do it, anybody can do it, really. Anybody. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. So I'm gonna leave it right there, and everybody just enjoy the rest of your week, and don't forget to subscribe into my channel so that way you know when I'm gonna post another one up. Okay? All right. I love you guys. Take care. God bless.